guys already know that there's a lot of talk going on right now about how much money YouTubers make, and there's several videos on YouTube, I've even contributed to it, sharing how much money I am making as a YouTuber. But have you ever wondered how much YouTubers spend on their business? Because here's the thing, owning a YouTube channel is owning a business, and expenses are a huge part of that. So in this video, I want to share exactly how much money I have spent on my business in 2019. And I already have a couple of videos on my channel talking about the cost of running a blog and can you run a blog for free. So if you guys want to check out those videos, I will include them in the description bar down below. But specifically in this video, we're going to talk about YouTube. But I do want to say at the end, I am going to calculate all of my expenses, including YouTube and my blog, so you can get the full picture in case you want to do both. And if you take a look at a lot of successful YouTubers, you will realize that most of them have websites, whether that's their shop site, their merch site, or if it is a blog or just a website that also represents their brand. So I do want to make sure that I'm giving you guys the full picture, how much money I spent on my YouTube channel in 1 year. And I feel like the first thing we have to talk about is the equipment. The funny thing is, this isn't even all of my equipment because you can't see the stuff that I am filming with right now. I honestly used to think that it was easy and cheap to run a YouTube channel, and I'm not going to lie, you can get started on your phone, you can film, edit, and upload on your phone, but in reality, the cost of a phone, that's still a decent amount of money. So over the past couple of years, I have definitely invested back in my YouTube channel in terms of my equipment. This year in particular, I did buy my new camera. I got a new camera. So I am currently filming on the Canon EOS M50 and I absolutely love this bad boy. This camera that I have right here, this was actually the first camera that I started my YouTube channel with. It wasn't great for filming. It was really, really shaky, but it did the job. And when I bought this camera, I did invest in a couple of other things this year. So I got myself 2 memory cards. One I've got right here. One is obviously in my camera. I bought myself a tripod. So I've got a handheld tripod. I also have a tall tripod, which I am filming on right now. I got backup batteries for this camera, a different charger for this camera, and I think that's all I bought this year, but in total I've spent over $700 just on my equipment. And that $700 doesn't obviously include the equipment that I already had. So my Mac, for example, guys, I use this to edit every single one of my YouTube videos, and this in and of itself is pretty expensive. But before we go any further and discuss my other expenses, I really wanted to ask you guys on Instagram how much you thought I spent on my brand this year. So the responses were all over the place. We got 5,000, 100, 1,200, 3,000, there's another 5,000, $12,563. Your responses, guys, were all over the place, and I'm not sure if these are coming from your own experience, how much money you guys have spent on your YouTube channel, but I definitely have some monthly expenses that we need to talk about. When you first start a YouTube channel, you're definitely not thinking about these monthly expenses, and honestly, some of these things you do not need from the very beginning, but I've noticed over time, my monthly expenses continue to grow because I'm realizing that I need more services and more platforms so that I can continue to grow my brand. So the very first thing I think we should talk about is your email list. If you guys do not have an email list right now, that is a really great way to grow your YouTube channel, as well as if you're looking to sell anything in the future or make more money. An email list is a really, really powerful thing to have. So I currently use ConvertKit. I absolutely love it. I've been using them basically since I started my email list, but this past year alone, I have spent $588 just to get access to ConvertKit because I keep moving up in the different levels, and now I think I'm 3 or 4 levels deep, and I'm paying a decent amount every single month just for ConvertKit. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. Then the next thing is QuickBooks. If you guys do not know what QuickBooks is, it's basically like an accounting software program that helps you manage your finances. So it tracks all of my income coming in, all of my expenses going out, and really that's what helped me to create this list today. And I think I invested in this a year and a half ago at this point. So just this past year alone, I spent $275 to use QuickBooks. Then we have Teachable. You guys already know that this is the platform that I use for all of my paid products. I do love Teachable, and it makes it so easy for me to host my courses as well as paid products, digital downloads, all of that stuff just in one place. So Teachable alone, I've spent $505 on this past year. And then the last thing that I'm paying monthly for is Canva. This is something that I started to pay for in October. I've been using the free version forever, but in October, I just kind of got to the point where I wanted to download images that had transparent backgrounds so I could take my YouTube videos up a notch. So if you pay for Canva, you can actually download images that way. So when I have text appear on the screen, that's actually designed in Canva, and then I add it over my videos using iMovie. But I just started paying for Canva in October, so I've only paid $39. Now, all 4 of those I have been paying monthly for at this point. I think in 2020, I'm probably gonna end up paying yearly for for them so I can save a little bit of money. But the last thing that I would call like a subscription-based service is Tailwind. I use that to manage my Pinterest account, but Tailwind I actually pay yearly for, so every March I pay for it, and I ended up paying $120. So total, just for my monthly services, miscellaneous things that I need to run my YouTube channel slash brand in general, this is all big picture stuff here, I have spent $1,527 in just 2019. But of course, that's not where it ends. I consider myself pretty lucky because for my videos, I don't need any props, but I think that there are definitely some other niches where you have to pay a decent amount of money for the things that are included in your YouTube videos. So for me, it's just my office is my background. It's not like I had to pay for a backdrop. And then all of my videos include me, my computer, my analytics, all of that stuff is free. But some other expenses that you guys may not think about. The first one is hosting giveaways. Guys, I try to host at least 2 giveaways a year, and this year I spent over $200 on my giveaways. Also, to attend conferences. Yes, that is a business expense, especially if you are going to learn more, educate yourself. That is a good way to invest back in yourself as well as your business. I ended up spending $659 this year on conferences. And then the last thing is my mastermind group. I did pay to be a part of my mastermind group, and I paid almost $500, and that again is a business expense. In the years past, I have invested in courses as well as different services. Like I've had to hire freelancers before because I've crashed my website and just other miscellaneous problems or snags that I've run into. Thankfully this year I was really trying to be frugal, so I didn't have to invest in any services, and I decided not to invest in any courses because I did join a mastermind. Total, with everything that I've shared with you so far, I've ended up spending $3,589 on my YouTube channel slash brand. And honestly, I think that's pretty low. I think a lot of other successful YouTubers are spending way more than that on their equipment, as well as hiring help or different services that they need to do what they do. For me, like I already said, I didn't end up hiring anyone this year, or I didn't even have to contract out freelancers or anything like that. So I was able to save a decent amount of money, but $3,500, I think that's pretty low. And I wanted to talk about my blog. So I do actually have 2 websites. I've got thecontentbug.com, and I also have TCB Courses. Now, TCB Courses, the hosting is done through Teachable, so I don't have to pay for that hosting, but I do have to pay for both domains and then the hosting for one of those sites. So for my blog, I ended up spending $275.93 just to have those 2 websites up and running. So now the real total, how much I ended up spending on my brand in 2019, including the miscellaneous expenses that I didn't even share in this video, I ended up spending $4,636.75. But one thing I really want you guys to take away from this video is that having these expenses and investing back into your business, your brand, it's a good thing. Not only is it good for taxes, because these are all considered deductions that are really going to help you when you are paying your taxes. So make sure you are tracking everything appropriately so you can write it off. But in reality, I think the more that you invest back into your brand, the more reward you are going to see and possibly even faster growth. So let's say right now you're filming on your phone because you can't afford a camera. When you get to the point where you can't afford a camera, make sure that you're not holding yourself and wanting to kind of like hoard your money in a sense. Don't be afraid to invest back in your channel. I know this year I really do have some big things that I want to invest in. I want to get a MacBook. You guys know I do have my Mac desktop computer right here, but I can only edit YouTube videos when I'm at home, and this year especially I'm planning on traveling to Paris, so I need to have something that I can actually work remote from. So I am planning on investing in a MacBook this year. I want to improve my audio quality by getting a mic. I'm thinking about maybe advancing my lighting situation in my office, and there are definitely some other things that I plan on purchasing slash investing in this year. But honestly, I do believe like if you guys are considering purchasing a paid product, a course, or you want to hire a coach or a mentor or someone, do it, because that's just going to take you to the next level. Don't ever be afraid of investing in your channel, in your brand, because it's just going to pay off in the long run. But that is it for this YouTube video. I'm really hoping you guys liked it. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel down below, and I'll see you guys back here in 3 days. Bye guys. We're just gonna take this bit by bit, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. Okay. Is that better? There's my face. Okay. I think I need to film all that again. What's that noise? Deductible? What? What? Hold on. What am I saying? What? Who am I saying? What? Wait, what? They're successful YouTuber want to, well, what else? Work your email list on some platform. And hold on, let me breathe a little. We got this.